ICT experts will converge in Windhoek next week for the 7th National ICT Summit. Now, the summit creates a platform for the industry to discuss trends and challenges facing the industry globally and in the country. I'm now joined in studio by the Acting Director for ICT Development in the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, Philemon Johannes, to shed more light on the event. Good evening, sir, and thank you so much for making the time to join.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's start with the theme. Rethinking cybersecurity investment to secure the digital economy and its opportunities. Now, briefly just talk to us about this theme in terms of what it means.
Yes, thank you very much. As you highlighted that experts in the ICT sector will be gathering to actually discuss challenges and share ideas on trending development. Cybersecurity is one on the top of the what's currently trending. We know the digital economy is fast growing and a lot of things are also happening. We have had the news of e-wallets being lost, a lot of financial losses. Hence, we thought this is not only going to happen to the banking sector, but then to the whole set of players in the digital economy. That includes government, the man in the street who is the consumer of these digital services.
Now, you mentioned digital economy, and it's something that a lot of ICT experts have sort of been speaking a lot about lately. But to the layman or the man and woman on the street, what does that actually mean, and how does this benefit them?
Digital economy simply refers to all economic activities, either transactional or non-transactional, that are enabled by ICT services, applications, and technologies. So the benefit to the man in the street or to the general public is the digital economy. You are either a user or you are either a consumer of the services or some sorts of services from government or the banking sector. Yeah, so that's how we all benefit. Other benefits then would include once everything is digitalized and services, say, from government or the banking sector, are being offered via digital platforms, then you have no excuse to not being able to access services, either by lack of transport to access the bank or a government or office or ministry for a certain service.
Now, you mentioned cybersecurity and, of course, how that affects now the banking sector and the recent reports of e-wallets going missing, etc., and so forth. What else can the general public look forward to, specifically at the ICT Summit?
The ICT Summit will discuss trending development, challenges, and opportunities. And that's practically what the public should look out for. And eventually would either produce some kind of recommendations for policy development that will either enable or capacitate socioeconomic development, as well as, say, recommendations would be there, or it will give birth to a development of a certain policy that also facilitates development, bring about transparency and inclusion as well in all aspects of the digital economy.
Now, you mentioned trending developments, although it's something that has been around for some time, that of course being cryptocurrency, not fully regulated within our space yet. And of course, the Bank of Namibia is currently busy with that. But is this something that might feature specifically at the ICT Summit this year?
This year, the focus is not necessarily on a digital transformation. However, the theme focuses on investment on protecting these digital platforms, of which digital currencies and cryptocurrencies and all these other banking services that we have is exactly part of what we have at heart as a concern to protect.
Now, when it's all said and done, what are the objectives that we're looking to gain out of the ICT Summit this year?
Yes, the objectives is just to bring together all the experts from all sectors, such as the academia, the industry, the government, to discuss issues of common interest and eventually talk about the challenges that they are all facing, and then work out modalities or forge partnerships to actually resolve and fast-track development in the space that we are leading, which is the ICT sector.
Well, Mr. Jonas, certainly exciting times in the ICT space. We certainly wish you and your partners all the best with the ICT Summit next week.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you at the summit.
I will certainly be there. Thank you so
you.
much. Well, that was the acting director for the ICT development in the Ministry of Information Communication Technology, Philemon Johannes, just shedding some light on the ICT Summit that is slated to start on Monday next week. Well,